I gotta tell you, I'm fucking stressed. I'm not stressing out. I'm just pissed off. I don't even want to put this much effort. What is this fool doing? In 1997, exactly 20 years ago, me and my roommates got drunk. Imagine that. Bunch of 23, 24-year-old guys, Air Force guys, that living in a small town, sharing a house together. We did this probably every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Well, one of those nights, two of us got into a fight. On another night, the other two got into a fight. This was a common occurrence. But on one night, the guy I got into a fight with didn't like that he lost. So he called the cops. And the cops came and wrote me a summons. And this fucking guy's whole point was to teach me a lesson. It was to never fuck with him. So once that lesson was learned, he dropped the charges. Well, the fucking DA didn't drop the charges. So I had to go to court anyways. And when I went to court, I was like, I don't know, dude, it's two guys, drunk roommates that got into a fight. We're friends now. Like, why is this an issue? Like, we're still friends. This wasn't anything. And I was completely confused. And they're like, how do you plead? I'm like, what? Like, what are you talking about? The charge was assault. The district attorney said, Your Honor, we'll drop the charge down to disturbing the peace. And the judge said, you can plead guilty or no contest. And I'm like, okay, no contest. He's like, okay, fine. And give me fine. And I've had a disturbing the peace charge on my record this entire time. Well, in order to go to work for a casino, you need to apply for a gaming license. And these nosy motherfuckers want to know if you've been charged with a crime since the age of 18. I'm 43 years old. 20 years ago, I got charged with assault. On my record, it should be showed as a misdemeanor. I don't give a fuck what it shows up as. The situation is, I have to write down that I did that, and then I have to have a copy of the disposition from fucking Marysville, California in 1997. Well, so I called Marysville, California from fucking 1997, and they transferred all their paper documents to computer-generated copies, or computer copies, but mine didn't make it. So they have to go in the basement and pull the actual record. Well, the nice lady who I was talking to said she could probably get to the basement of the building that she's talking to me from by next week. And if my record is there, I'll have to send a self-addressed stamped envelope with 50 cents per page of the copy of the disposition, for the copy of the disposition, or of whatever. I'm like, okay. So she says, call back Wednesday. So if I call back Wednesday, she'll say, yep, I got it. It's 3 pages. Please send us a self-addressed stamped envelope and a money order for, I don't know, $1.50. And when we get it, we'll mail it back to you. Well, what does the gaming commission require? A copy of the disposition. So I call them back. I'm like, they're not giving me shit. and I'm supposed to start work Monday. He says, well, he was a cool guy, and he called me and he said, well, okay, we're willing to give you your let you apply for your gaming license as long as you promise to produce this piece of paperwork. I know it's going to take some time, and as long as you're telling the truth, and as long as they send me an email saying that they're going to get to it, they can't get to it until next week. Okay, cool. I'll do that. I'll have them email you. So I call fucking Marysville, California. No, we don't email people. Fuck off. I just need you to relay the situation. The situation is that you're not going to get to it till Wednesday. Can you put that in an email and fucking send it to this guy or send it to me? No. No. Maybe you can have him call us. All right. I'll have him call you. Well, he's not calling. Not yet anyways. I have to go there to Golden and maybe we can call it together. They need an actual documentation that says Marysville, California will say, we'll verbally tell him, the investigator says, we need it written down. So, what the fuck am I gonna do? I'm now going with my application to the Gaming Commission office in Golden. And I'm going to try to get my fucking gaming license without this stupid ass document that says I was charged with disturbing the peace and I had to pay a fine. However much that fucking fine was. $200 or some shit. What I am frustrated, or what I see now, is how fucked up the system is for people who have criminal records. Now, I just got into a fucking altercation with a roommate, and he called the cops, and it's disturbing the peace, and that's haunting me 20 years later. I can't imagine people who fucked up and did worse things, right? Made mistakes. People made mistakes. I've probably made mistakes that could have got me in trouble a lot worse than disturbing the peace. A lot of us probably have. But some people get caught. And it's got to be a horrible fucking thing. Because it is a misdemeanor, disturbing the peace charge is fucking still haunting me 20 years later. It's complete fucking bullshit. And what's worse, what the real bullshit is that Marysville fucking courthouse isn't cooperating by just sending me a fucking document that says, well, we're not going to get to it till Wednesday. I'm pissed at how much effort it is taking for me to go to work. Alright, so I'm going to Golden. I'm at a red light. Might as well stop here. And I'll probably make this a two-part video, and we'll see, or I'll probably just add to this, and we'll see what the end result was after my trip to Golden, the Gaming Commission. Alright? So, after a couple hours, I have my license. Kind of not as big a deal as I made it out, and I was feeling pretty low because of it. And what really sucked was having some person in control of my fate, kind of, right? Like, I'm trying to get this job, or I have this job, and it's gonna pay me a lot of money, and it's gonna help me achieve goals, and who knows what's gonna bring in the future. But I think this is a good step in my future. And some fucking asshole in Marysville, California doesn't want to go down into the basement to retrieve a piece of paper until Wednesday of next week. That leaves me like helpless, depending on their. Give me a call Wednesday. I'll see. So that really pissed me off. It really bothered me. I came, and the lead supervisor investigator was like, "Yeah, that's your only thing. That's all you got. There's nothing else." I'm like, "No." He goes, "All right, I'm gonna approve it, and you don't even have to get the paperwork." Like, that's ridiculous. Like, one criminal infraction 20 years ago. It seemed kind of silly, and at least somebody else thinks it's kind of silly too. So they accepted my application, ran my shit. Of course, there's nothing except, even if it shows up, a misdemeanor charge from 20 years ago. So there you go. Took my picture. I got a license. Now I can go to work. I guess that's it. I was really pissed or upset and bothered before. I'm kind of a drama queen. But I guess today at least we have a happy ending. I went to my new gym, the one I'll be showering at. It's kind of far. Actually, I don't. Yeah, I have to take. Anyways, I'll have a commute to my new job for sure until I figure out something else. I need a place to shower. So, all right, that's it. I'm going back to Boulder. It's gonna be my last night in Boulder. I think tomorrow I'll spend Saturday in Denver, and then we'll see. Last night in Boulder. All right, folks, that's it. I'll talk to you later. Thanks.